Yo, you'll never believe what I got. My first Ferrari. Wait a minute. This isn't the right one. Let me see. Oh, it's right here. Right here. I think this is the right one. Nope, it's not. Oh, here it is. This one. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Matt from Shoe Nation. You're back with another review today. So today's review is going to be on the Air Jordan 14 Ferrari. So the Air Jordan 14 Ferrari 2025 version, let me specify, because these did come out 2014, 11 years ago. And they're not an OG colorway, but a lot of people really put these up with the top OG colorways as like a top 5 colorway of the Jordan 14. You know what's really funny? I just realized is these were released in 2014. And then they released again this year on June 14th, and they're Jordan 14. Is that kind of funny? I feel like they intentionally had to have done that. But anyway, getting on with the shoe, you know. So they did release in June 14th, 2025. I know this release, I don't know if it was anticipated or it wasn't. Because one thing about this sneaker is the fact that a lot of people said, oh, this shoe's going to sit. It's going to go on sale. You got to wait. And it didn't go on sale. And guess what? The day it was released, it sold out. And when you see people doing this,
oh my God,
you know that a sneaker is probably gonna be pretty hot, and you're probably not gonna get it's not gonna be an easy cop. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. As you can see, the evidence is right there. But a lot of people were saying this shoe is probably going to go on sale. And I think a lot of people believe that just because a lot of shoes were sitting this year or are sitting this year still. But that's one of the weird things that happened with the sneaker. So I don't know if it was really sought after. I know people that were Jordan 14 heads obviously wanted to get it. I want to grab these because I love cars, as you can probably see from the intro. And this shoe is also inspired by Michael Jordan's Ferrari himself. I'll put a photo right here. So Tinker Hatfield took inspiration from that and turned it into the Jordan 14. And obviously they didn't release this when the 14s did originally come out. That's pretty cool how they made a Ferrari colorway with this. And if you know anything about Ferrari, they're not obviously going to put a Ferrari logo on these because you know how crazy Ferrari is about suing people with stuff. I mean, they ban people from even buying their cars because they paint it like pink or something or orange. You know, so that's pretty crazy. But that's a topic for another time for sure. Anyway, enough talking about these shoes. Why don't we get into them right now? So as you can see right here, we do have the box. Pretty standard Jordan 14 box. Got the Jordan logo, kind of has like a circle dip right here you can feel. And also we do have the size 11. Make sure you always check your size. Jordan 14s, I'll just throw it out there right now. You go true to size on these things. You do not want to go half size up, half size down. And we do have like this paper right here. It kind of feels like the paper that people put in bags when you get a gift. And just like the Jordan 3 soles, they do come all wrapped up like this, all crazy. So I'm going to have to unwrap these. But you'll probably have to unwrap them more than me just because I've already looked at my pair because I just had to see these for myself. So right there we got it. Air Jordan 14 Ferrari. So again, like I just said, they're not going to put the actual Ferrari logo on there, but I think that was very creative how they put the Jumpman on there, and you can just immediately tell it's definitely a Ferrari-inspired shoe. And this is suede, as you can see right here, nice, smooth suede or whatever you want to call it, very touchable.
Hey, yep.
Okay, the side, we do have the tongue right here down to the laces, down to the toe box with the Jumpman. Then we do have inside the shoe. Behind the shoe right here, it has it's like a tire almost. That's kind of, I think, what they were going for, which is really, really sweet. And then we do have underneath the sneaker as well. Pretty cool underneath. So a little things about this shoe I just want to put out. They are a shoe that goes for some money. I just want to put that out right now. So if you then do end up finding some of these, they do go for some money. I'm not trying to like influence resellers or nothing. I'm just trying to say that these since these were kind of like, again, I don't think they were sought after because a lot of people didn't see what was coming, but after they did sell out, I'm pretty sure that's when the sought afterness and the FOMO really kicked in for some people. So that's why these are reselling now. And again, really anything limited most of the time is going to resell. Not always, but majority of the time it will. So that's another reason why these shoes kind of go for some money. And I also want to put out there right now that okay, let me say something else first. When they did drop like on sneakers, a lot of people ended up getting L's. A lot of people were mad, and not many people took W's on these. Not saying they were like super limited, but they were on the limited side. And another thing I want to point out right now before I keep going is the fact that these shoes, I don't know if Jordan 14s were always this light, since I've only been into shoes for 5 years, but these shoes like are pretty light. They're not very heavy. And I've had that same thing happen with my, what were they? They were the high gingers. They were the high ginger 14s, or mid top, whatever you want to call them. And those were very light. That's a very old review I do have from I think 2 or 3 years ago. And I remember I was disappointed in them because they were very light. Well, that's the same issue I have with these. And it's not like I have a problem. It's like I want to wear bricks on my feet. But I just think when you're paying this much, I don't remember even how much these retailed for. I think it was $225, $210. I think it was either $210 or $225. But when you're paying that much, I actually want some like decent quality and feel like I'm not getting like a cheap pair of shoes. You know what I mean? Because honestly, like they're very thin. And that's the one problem I have with a lot of Jordan 14s now, is they're just not very good quality, it feels like. And that's how I'm getting the vibes from this pair as well, just seeing this pair. Let's actually get out the other pair before I keep yapping. All right, so we got both pairs out right now. As you can see, very clean shoe. Again, these are very loud, so let me put that out as well. If you wear these, you're probably gonna want to keep the fit kind of quiet. So probably some black pants, a black shirt, maybe a black shirt with some red, yellow on it, Ferrari logo right there. You can probably wear that. I would just have the shoes be like the biggest talking point of your fit if you decide to wear these out, for sure. That's just me, in my opinion. But again, like I was saying, the quality on these, it just feels like for what I'm getting, what I'm paying, I really shouldn't be paying this much, and they just feel like this. I got a pair of black toe 14s from eBay, and those ones were the ones that came out, I think 2014, or it was before the last release. It was the last release before the last release. So the last release before 2025, which was either, it was in the 2010 sometimes, I just can't remember when. But the quality on those was actually pretty decent. But it seems like the 14s now, they just don't care at all. I mean, we can say about a lot of different sneakers, because it seems like the quality and the quality control has just gone way down. I mean, obviously stuff isn't made like it used to be, but I mean, come on, you can do better than this, honestly. So that comes to my rating as well. When it comes to rating these shoes, if they were really good quality and if they actually were heavier and they felt more durable, there, that's the word, I said it wrong. Durable, then these shoes would definitely be like probably an 8 to an 8.5 for me. But since they're not, I am gonna have to put these shoes at probably a 7 out of 10. And another thing, this is just me personally. I don't like wearing suede shoes. I really don't. I try to avoid it because it feels like it's a lot hard to get stains off these. That's why I really enjoy wearing shoes that are not suede. So for example, like the black cement 3s, I love wearing those. Because I mean, you can usually easily get stains off them. I mean, I think it has some nubuck, some suede on it, but the majority of the shoe is not. These are like all suede nearly. So if you get like anything on here, it's gonna show. I mean, yes, I can get the cleaners and stuff, but I'd rather just be able to like grab like a wet napkin and just be able to wipe it off instead of having to go through like buy a whole shoe cleaning kit and foam and stuff and just get it off that way, you know? It's so much easier doing that when I can do that like anywhere basically too. I can be at a restaurant, drop some food on my shoe and I can clean it. I'm not gonna bring a freaking shoe cleaners, foam, and then start cleaning them in the middle of the restaurant while I'm dropping some spaghetti or sauce on this or something, you know? So that's just me personally. That's another reason I didn't rate these too high. It's just suede. I'm just not a big fan of them. But I can tell like the fact that it's a Ferrari though is really cool. So that definitely adds some coolness points to this shoes for sure. And yeah, it's just a suede really. And I understand though how ugly this would look like if this was leather. I did see someone say these should be leather and they look so hideous. So I do understand how nasty that would be if they decided to do that instead of this. So I do think this is the right material, but that's just a personal thing for me. I just don't really like wearing shoes that are made of suede. It's just, I think the only pair I regularly wear out, and this is even regularly, is probably the What the Fives. Those are made of like this material or maybe suede. I think that one's actually nubuck. And that one, you know, even that one I don't like wearing out that much either. And I've got some like water drops on that one too, and I don't like that. So that's another reason I rated these kind of that 7. I said 7.5. I'm just gonna give them a 7.5. Why not? All right. So that's the Air Jordan 14 Ferrari. Let me know if you picked these up, if you like these, if you decided to keep these, wear these. Yeah, keep these or wear these, stock these, sell these. I'm honestly probably gonna sell my pair just because I don't think they're really, really cool. They really are. And I do really like them, but again, I don't know if I can justify 210. Man, they look really cool. I really don't know. They do look really cool. Probably like elf shoes a little bit, but yeah, decent shoes. Like again, 7.5 out of 10. Very cool concept though with the Ferrari. This was probably the only 14 that I honestly was like really liked a lot. No, that's not true. That's not true. But it's one of the Ferraris that was definitely a top 5 for me. One of the 14s that was a top 5 for me. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But that's all I really got to say about the Jordan 14 Ferraris. Let me know what you think about these shoes again. And I'll see y'all next time. Matt from Shoe Nation here. Bye.